So it's safe to say that starting out as a mage is pretty terrible. You end up spending your entire magic bar on one enemy only to realize that he's not even at half health, or the usual situation where you just die in one hit before you can even manage to get to the enemy. What if I told you you could easily clear through most of the game's content as a level 1 mage? To start a journey, we're going to be doing something a little bit unorthodox, and that's playing a Dark Elf. Now, I would say that, like, this whole playthrough is going to be like a guide on how to, like, get a very decent early start for, like, mages. But just to make sure that everything is just, like, doable in, like, most games, I'm going to do, like, the most basic of starts, and that's just going to be camping in the woods. So later on, we're just going to be starting off in Helgen anyway. That we made our way through Helgen. Only a couple things that we're going to take from this chest, and that's mostly just the arrows and the bow. I'm just going to go ahead and keep the hunter bow that you usually start with, but just in case if you didn't have one, just go ahead and take that one out of there. And next thing we're going to do is make our way down, grab some potions, advancing a bit further down into Helgen. I'm going to go ahead and grab this key and fireball scroll. Might come in handy a little bit later on. What we really want is these Charis eggs, considering that they'll make useful ingredients later on. But everything that we wanted from Helgen taken, we're going to go ahead and make our way over to Iverstead. I'm kind of impatient, so if you didn't know, there's usually like a hunter that patrols this area. If you have like a bow and you ask the lady like really nicely, she'll let you have her horse for free. It doesn't even like count as like a bounty or anything. It's kind of funny, but I guess she's just really nice. Go ahead and not miss. That'd be great though. Right there. What you do is you just gotta sheathe your weapon right before she's about to attack you, and she just doesn't care. Go ahead and take that horse. On our way. The main reason we're making a small pit stop in Iverstead is mostly due to the fact that there's a couple of glowing wheats that we can find here. Be useful for making potions later on. After we collect about 3, I believe, that are in this area, we're gonna go ahead and make our way down to the Dark Elf farm. We could get the Voice of the Sky perk while we're here, but one reason why I don't do that is mostly just because it's nerfed in F-tweaks. But if you're using like any other form of Requiem, it's actually really good, considering the fact that you don't have to deal with like wildlife while you're traversing the lands. So I'm not sure like if anything changes this value here. If you sell at least 4 to the Dark Elf Lady that's up here, you'll get about like 500 gold, which will be more than enough for later on. Next we're just going to be going ahead and heading Riften. Also, don't sell all your Nern roots. You will get a couple more later on either way, so it's fine if you like sell too many. So another interesting thing that I noticed is that like a lot of different races are able to just like pass the speech check up here without like having to actually like have any investment in the speech. I'm not sure how it works, but as far as I was aware, like I was able to pass the speech check in the Dark Elf.
Those who shirk their duty, extra beating. Do I
It's a pretty standard Riften run through. Let's go ahead and go down here. We're fast enough. They should be able to alert and sandwich you in here, but don't. Not really permit up, so you can easily just retry this part. What we really want down here is realistically 2 things, but actually just 1 thing. There's always a fortified health potion that's down here. It's usually like either like 30, 40. I think in this case it was like 40 that we want to grab. We're gonna go ahead and get that. What you can also do is go ahead and like cheese these guys up here with like a trap, but there's another way that you can do this, which I'll show you right now. If you basically just like run fast enough, what'll end up happening is 2 guards up here will just fight the guy behind you while you dodge the guy's arrows, and then just easily swoop in and take the loot. And for some reason this guy gets like stuck here. I realize now because he had like a scroller or something. I guess that's something new that F-tweaks adds to the level list. Pretty much what'll end up happening is come out here, usually one of them will follow. In this case scenario was the fisting guy, and the townsfolk are just gonna fight him since they're not a part of the same faction here. They usually lose sometimes, which means extra free loot, but we're just gonna take the ring and be on our way. Next we're gonna want to head and wait until around 8-10 p.m. So what we want to do is collect as many lunar moth wings as possible. And for those who probably didn't know about this, if you enter and re-enter like a cell, like any cell has like spawns like this, you basically have an infinite number of like bugs or whatever spawns. I don't know if I count this as cheese, because like realistically it's supposed to be made so like oh you like leave, come back. Supposed to be like a bunch of new stuff that spawned in, otherwise there wouldn't be anything that spawns at all. I guess like they didn't really expect you to like use this for like small areas like Rift and Orphanage. It is in a lot of places actually.
You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, Master Spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to
Funnily
bully us
enough,
and tell
even
us
as a
to
Dark Elf, you're able to tell her that dialogue line. I don't know why Bethesda left that in, but kind of funny. So, speaking of Dark Elves, we're basically going to counter this Dark Elf over here as well for an easy 500 gold. Really useful later on.
Hey, watch it.
Will listen to you.
And usually what'll end up happening is, the lady that we gotta talk to is usually just, like, standing out here. Go ahead and do right now. I thought about sealing stuff in here, but then I realized that, like, there's no real reason I should, because, I get a lot of nerve later on anyway.
I will make it worth your while.
Go ahead and turn in this quest to this lady. Free 500 gold.
Beyond the... I think that you deserve something for sniff.
The next order of business is to buy, fire sparks. Mostly just because I don't want to waste a perk point into, getting it by there. Later on, I'll probably, like, regret this action, but even then, like, doesn't really matter. And here's where the, Fortify Health Potion Good's gonna come in handy. If you didn't have, like, enough HP to bash this lock, just, like, taking a Nord alcohol, plus having, like, full health should be more than enough to open this door. And then we just progress the little quest from there. Alright guys, so the last few gear upgrades that we're going to get are going to be found in the Reach. That's mostly just the Lover's Stone and a couple of Nerd here and there. For those guys using 3BFTweaks out there, this is the reason why we don't choose to choose Blessing Power at the start of the game, which I hope you didn't do. Mostly just because we're going to go out of our way to go to the Reach, which is what we spent our gold on. And since we get this Lover's Stone, we'll be able to use that choose Blessing Power a little bit later on for something significantly more useful. For now, we do need it. And the Lover's Stone is going to be useful for one last gear upgrade that we're going to get before we get shipped off from that cabin. So something crazy that I noticed is that in Karthwaithen's mine, or whatever it's called, there's like a free ebony dagger just like sitting on the table up here. I never knew this was in the game until I actually like decided to be all like, I wonder what's in here. And I just found like this ebony dagger lying on the table. Now, I'm surprised like nothing removes this. Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense why it's even here, but like if you want to just like kill some wolves early on, like do a true sneak build, just go ahead and take this. It's always here. Last added by Requiem. So because FTweaks changes how speech buffs work in the game, the only real way that you can get it at level 1 without any additional like cheese or exploits or like leveling is to like choose the Lover's Stone, just so you can pass that speech check. And after that, like this is pretty standard. Like I'm sure like if you've seen any of my videos, seen me do this like countless times. I think I found a super consistent way to do it. Just keep running, man. Like burn down this thing, keep running up here, and he won't ever hit you. The only real issue is like this frost hatchernuk up here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna torture you guys with like the usual run through of this place since I've already shown this like a million times. We do get the Wabbajack.
Besides, I have so many things to do.
After we've gone through the usual Mage's Wing shenanigans, go ahead and collect some Nirnroot along the way. There's usually like a free bed that's up here that you can sleep in and start a Dark Brotherhood quest. I am gonna go ahead and take advantage of. Teleport in here. So there is a couple of ways that you can go about doing this. If you want to keep like the divine blessings for whatever reason, you can just like defeat Astrid, Vanguard, your way to like run through the Dark Brotherhood. But I don't really necessarily care for the blessings the divines have on this playthrough, because like there's nothing I'm really going to be using from them anyway. So we just go ahead and follow through with the quest. Easier that way. And then we just make our way to Falkreath. And then this is where like this build's truly going to shine. The real reason that we joined the Dark Brotherhood is just that way we can get our hands on this sneak gear, which you can still get if like you decide to just destroy it, but since I don't really care about the divineness things like I said earlier, we're just going to go ahead and take the sneak gear and keep moving forward. And in terms of potions, we got about 21 of these invisibility potions that we made. Could probably have like more if you decide to just like forego giving away all those nerdery that you get earlier on, but even then, like, this should be more than enough for what we're about to go do. After 10 minutes of foraging for ingredients, we're finally going to do some combat. Is what I would say if that was actually true. This is actually going to be showcasing how broken Sneak is at level 1, basically. And, since this is basically just pretty much a dwarven area, you're going to find, like, a lot of insights early on as well. Which will be, like, really good for, like, the 3BFTweaks gamers that are out there. But even then, like, considering the fact that, dwarven chests typically have, like, really good loot in them, you're still going to be able to get some, like, crazy good, like, stuff that you could sell for a build. But yeah, pretty much just, like, unperked. Dwarven spiders will still, like, notice you, but, taking the first perk here, I believe, means that we can sneak past them a little bit more comfortably. I was debating if, like, you even needed to spend this perk, but, it doesn't really matter, because, like, we're gonna get, like, I think, like, 6 more later on anyway. But it's no big deal if we spend it here. Because after all, we only need, like, 2 at most. Yeah, pretty standard. I might just, like, unedit this part out, solely just because, like, pretty fun to just, like, sneak past all these things. Pick up some loot here and there, but even then, like, I didn't really fight anything in here because there's no real reason to. So I guess you could just, like, enjoy this portion of the video of, like, how busted Sneak is, unperked. Or should I say that level 1 at least. Here we find some free chests. Kind of taking any heavy stuff here and there, though. I don't have a lot of carry weight. But this is also, like, why we chose Dumber, just because of the fact that, you're able to, like, craft potions and stuff. And, like, use enchanted soul gems. And Dwarven Spears are, like, the only thing that, like, we can't just, like, safely sneak past. But we can still do it. Like, have them, like, get alerted. It's like, walk past them. So they don't really notice you if you have invisibility spell up. Yeah, once we, like, clear through this place, there's, like, one more gear upgrade that we're gonna grab. Just make sure that you don't, like, spend any gold once you leave this area. We're gonna need it for later on.
Why are all these metal things ignoring us?
Bungenzel is waiting.
Waiting for what?
No one seems to know. Return of the Dweller. Perhaps the end of the world.
Best get rid of the ones we see, just in case. told you you should hire a thief. We are thieves with you. They're stealing the cube. And yet none of us can pick a damn lock.
This place is huge.
It is large indeed. I did not anticipate a bunch of such size or the time needed to uncover the entrance. A few hours sleep, and we should be ready to continue.
Maybe we should turn back. I don't want to sleep here.
Drennan, you do understand the lexicon at the bottom of this place holds the accumulated memories of centuries of dweller.
Not to mention
You said these things were sleeping.
You said they were sleeping. I said they were waiting. It seems
So you might be wondering how you're supposed to deal with this room, considering the fact that in vanilla you're more than likely gonna get like spotted in this area. But funnily enough, it's actually kind of easy. The dwarven spiders down here are kind of dumb. Like even if you get like spotted, as long as like you're able to just like take the loot and go, like run fast enough and just like cower behind something, it's like pop your invisibility potion, you should be good. Because the mod that I'm using basically allows me to just like loot stuff without like going and like despawning my invisibility, but I'm sure like a lot of people like might find that mod as a cheat mod, but even then like sneak is just like so good that you can just like run past them. And since our potions last like 40 seconds if you're en route, should have more than enough time to sneak past these guys and get back to it.
miles run, your pay will be double.
My pay will be nothing if you die in here.
Calm yourself.
Alright, so I think from this point on, I'm probably just going to be actually doing live commentary, considering that we're done for the most part collecting stuff. Now it's just on to the actual doing stuff. So we're headed to Souls time, because Mirak is our next target, for sure. So your current number of visibility potions might vary depending on like how bad a Dungeon Zell went. But for the most part, you should be able to find like a ton of them on Souls time, like just like right around the water and stuff. So I'll go ahead and show you a good place to get some.
We'll cast off immediately.
But at least in terms of like was it Lunar Mothwing? Those have an infinite number of supplies, so like if you don't have enough, just go find some more.
Well, here we are. Welcome to Raven Rock. Just be careful here. Things aren't what they used to be.
I don't recognize Hail, Jolland. Remember that here.
Right here, you should be able to easily just like get 4, I think. 1. A little bit further down, there should be like 2 right next to each other. Just 2. And if you also like sold some stuff, you can just like buy it. I think the alchemist sells like either invisibility potions or like necessary ingredients that you need to make stuff. We came here at night. Can't just like check. I think just a little bit further down, there's like the fourth one. You could get a fifth one right there, but that's way too close to bandits. Then once we head back to Soul's Town, we're gonna go ahead and use the alchemical table that's up here. Now we got like... That's not a bad number. So up here there is a random encounter point. I've seen wolves, werewolves, like a whole bunch of nonsense that spawns up here. So let's just like go up here sneaking, get an aerial view before we keep going forward. It looks like those are things that we don't want anything to do with. It's not a mage, so we can just run away. As long as they don't get close enough, they won't. They won't do anything weird. I just hope these guys don't follow us for too long. They can't get up that hill, so... Let's see if we can get them to not notice us. Good. I think the worst possible encounter is usually like the mages fighting each other, because one usually has frost and it just like... It's not fun. How you typically do this part is, if you have like a really bad potion, which I do right now, go ahead and use that as opposed to like wasting a good one. Just wait for it to get to like half, and then pop it. Because once you open the doors, it doesn't really matter. Yourself behind this wall. Let's go ahead and use another one to get past these guys. Go ahead and get fire sparks ready. And to avoid this trap, all you gotta do is just like stick to the wall. A lot of stuff that you can avoid, you just gotta like stick to the wall. Now we're about to come up against a rolling guy. Let's go ahead and use the button. It's the last, second to the last one. Not that one. Not that one. Second to the last one. I never noticed that like opens the chest. I wonder what's in there. Oh, nah. Loot doesn't really matter because like it's not consistent what you get. But you should be able to get away without having to use a potion if you get up there before the guy turns around. Let's go ahead and use fire sparks on this. So up here is going to be a bunch of spiders. Just run past them. Wait for this guy to get a little bit closer. And this is typically why we chose Dark Elves, like, or at least another reason. Because, like, I would not survive that. Like, how much health do I have now? Not full. So I would not survive that if, I was a high elf. Oh wait, what am I doing? Everything's clear. It's not a bad idea to just let that guy notice you and then go invisible. Because at least then, like, he won't be on the opposite side of that door we just opened. About 8 potions left. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and, like, ride along up. And we fell down. Typically what you want to do up there is just like ride along. Shouldn't be able to get noticed, but in that case we kind of fell off. I wonder if that thing fell off too. I don't see it up there. Will it not jump in the water along with you? Oh, nope, that's even worse. Like, he's on the opposite side now. So I have seen these guys just, like, swim along the water. Might have to waste another one here. Let's go ahead and use another one. Will he see me here? So up here there is like a trap that you want to avoid. So good rule of thumb is just stick to the wall, won't get hit. Still, you have to figure out what this button does, but I know what this lever does at least. Oh yeah, there he is. He's like floating on the water, like what the hell? I want to just drop down like right here. Try not to get noticed. A lot of this does look like the same, but as long as you like come across this corpse, you should be going the right way. Right here, there's a shortcut that we can open. Shouldn't really have to use a potion here because this guy's already facing the opposite direction. Where is, I guess, so he's right there. And I've never actually tried this. Does the Wabbajack work on... No, because he'll hear me if I use the Wabbajack. But typically what you want to do is just, hop up here. bit further. Don't know if he notices. I think he does notice me. No? Oh, we're good. Something sees me. So I think at this point, everything that we gotta like sneak past with invisibility potions is basically just done. As long as you have like one more left, once you're past this guy, you should be good, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this. Okay, so we're good. So just go ahead and open this right here. So at this point, as long as you have like one left, you'll be a-okay. Last thing that we gotta get past is this thing right here. This guy that pops out. And all you gotta do is just shoot this and not miss. Not miss. Guy falls down. The guy can't get you. So maybe 2, just to be safe. If you like miss. I think we went in here at like maybe 8 or 10. And then we're all good, pretty much. Keep in mind, like, I had to, like, waste one. And take a, recharge potion here. You don't have to fight anything in here, because, spiders down here basically just, like, fight each other. There are these, like, little, guys that shoot at you, but, you should be okay. Like, even going, like, the long way, we're still all good. Go ahead and put those down. Go ahead and grab the loot. Really do want these soul gems. But again, your loot's gonna vary because level lists are weird. But this is really what we wanted. And that. I'll go ahead and take a perk in this, so that way we can wear it. Go ahead and leave. Our next order of business is just get some gold, so that way we can leave. So ideally, you would have wanted to loot all the potions that are in there. Or chests that are in there. Just because there's a couple of different items that we want later on. One of which being the Orc Alchemy ore, some grand soul gems, stuff like that. Go ahead and test this new toy out though. So how I typically use this is, if I'm fighting like bandits and stuff, what I'll do is, I'll wait till they get all bunched up, because this thing will use like your entire stamina bar if you cast it like once. We pretty much one-shot most bandits regardless of what level they are. But it will use your entire stamina bar the second that you actually use it. You should be able to fix that relatively soon. Yeah, we got enough gold to leave. So that's pretty much